Okay, I'm back. I had to restart the stream because it wasn't showing up on my YouTube channel on my computer, which it now is. So that's really weird. I had the stream going for about 3 minutes. Kept refreshing my Facebook page to see if I could get the video to show up for a couple reasons. One, I want to make sure everything's going okay with the stream, and two, that way I can pop open the chat for anyone that is going to hop in and say hey and wants to chat. So everything looks to be good now. I've got my chat open. I see the stream is going. Video looks good. So here we go. All right. So round 3 of the Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup Season 4. We're at Grand Valley Highway 1, which is a fantasy map created by Polyphony Digital, the developers of Gran Turismo. It's basically a recreation of Highway 1 in California, where part of the race will be taking place. It's a pretty good track. I like it. It's fun. I'm hoping I do well tonight. I have chosen to go, or I've decided, I should say, to go with the Porsche, the Group 3 Porsche. As I'm sure everyone that has followed the channel is surprised. It's my go-to car, typically, when it comes to Group 3. It seems that the big popular choice right now is the Toyota Supra. So if we go global here, it is just dominated by the Supra. There's a, what's that, Alfa Romeo. There's a Peugeot. There's a McLaren in the top 100, which handles very similarly to the Porsche and was something I considered. I do like that car a lot. But yeah, not a single Porsche in the top 100. Yet I have qualified pretty decently. I mean, not qualified, but practiced pretty decently. The laps that I have set don't count towards qualifying in these World Series races. It's just practice. But I'm 1,342 overall in the world with my practice laps, so I'm not disappointed with that by any means. I feel like I put in a pretty solid lap. But this track is pretty windy, so it looks like you get, to the 127th place before we get to a Porsche. But it is a windy track. As you can see the map there on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a pretty long, what I'll call straight, as you lead into the finish line, where you're pretty much flat out for a good long half of the track. And that's where the Porsche will be lacking, but I should be able to make up all that time in the infield, as there is a lot of tight curves and winds and S's and things of that nature that the Porsche will accelerate at. So let me go ahead and jump in. We got 8 minutes before the race starts. That'll give me some time to do several laps. So yeah, I put in a 147.3. Again, I feel pretty okay with that. Now, unfortunately, something I hope doesn't affect me too much. I'm not sure what kind of lobbies I'll be paired into. Headset's really loud. I did do some off-stream racing at Laguna Seca yesterday in the Porsche, and that's been pretty chaotic. I've dropped my rank back down to a B again, unfortunately. I'm kind of upset about that. So I'll probably get less point options, not options. I'll have less opportunity for higher points, because I will probably get paired up against weaker drivers. Even though I'm still in the GT1 league for this season, you stay in the same league when you sign up, and my sound is completely gone. Oh, that was weird. My sound completely went out there for a second. So yeah, what I was saying is I'm a B-rank driver again, unfortunately. And I feel like that's going to pair me up against weaker drivers, which means I'm going to have less opportunity for points. The stronger your opponents, the more points you get for the position you finish in these World Series races. So I'm still in the top tier league, as I was an A-ranked driver when I signed up for the season. You stay in the same league throughout the season, regardless of what happens to your driver rating throughout that season. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. I mean, on the plus side, I might fare well against weaker opponents, but I'll get less points towards my overall score of the season, which kind of sucks. I tried to do a little bit of grinding earlier before the stream to kind of get back up into the A ranks, but I just couldn't have it. I had one good race, had one bad race, and here we stand. Had to also, not related to the game, reluctantly turn my air conditioning on. I didn't want to because today is the hottest day of the week, and it's going to get down into like the, I think, like 50s and 60s in a couple days. But my office where my racing simulator is on the west side of the house, against the furthest side of the house, the west side of the house to the wall, and it's just hot as all hell in here. I do have a fan going, so hopefully that isn't annoying to anybody that watches. As the air conditioning kind of cools down, I might turn it down or turn it off. But currently I am very hot. So yeah, I did that about 15 minutes ago. I hadn't turned my air conditioner on at all yet. Still had the winter cover over my air conditioner outside. So I took outside and take that off. Close all my windows. So I was trying to get some fresh air through the house. It's quite comfortable downstairs and on the east side of the house. But I'm going to be in here for the next few hours, and this is already kind of a workout in the simulator with the force feedback from the wheel and the pedals and all that. So I didn't want to just be sitting here sweating balls. I want to be somewhat comfortable. So yeah, air conditioner's on for the first time of the year. And I'm feeling congested. It's probably just allergies, so I'm not super worried about it. But if I am coughing or sniffling or something like that, I apologize. As I've gone back and watched parts of my stream afterwards, any of the sniffling and coughing I do on the stream comes off very loud, and I'm very sorry for that. So I'll try to be as conscious of that as I can be. I'm sure that's annoying. It's triggering me a little bit, even just knowing that it's myself and hearing it. It's just annoying. Yeah, I'm totally butchering this lap as I'm talking and chatting here, but really just trying to get my muscles going here and get a feel for the car, not come into qualifying super cold. So we have to use in this race, I think it's, what is it, 17 laps, something like that? You have to use medium and soft tires. I don't think there's any need for fuel, so we shouldn't burn through any fuel. We have to refuel during a pit stop, but we do have to make a pit stop to change tires. Depending on where we start in the grid will determine what tires I'm going to start with. We have to use the medium compound tire, which would be the weaker of the two, and then the soft compound tire, which is the stronger of the two. And it seems like, from what I've heard and seen, as I watched some of the European drivers racing on my lunch today, it's like 6 on the medium and maybe 11 on the soft is the strategy. So you're really stretching the soft tire out as much as you can. So we'll just see how all that works in the actual race, but shouldn't be upshifting there. Qualifying is still 5 minutes. Unlike the Red Bull Ring race that we had just this past Saturday, I hope that qualifying will be better. And it doesn't seem as likely to get, let me rephrase, it's not as easy to get a penalty on this track as it is the Red Bull Ring, so I don't think I'll have that as my problem. But if I get stuck behind cars and traffic in the qualifying session, or make contact with anybody, things like that, dirty air, these are all things that could affect my laps, and you're really only going to have time for 2 laps. Because a good minute and 30 of those 5 minutes is going to be the out lap from the pits, which is not a qualifying lap. I'd be really happy if I could get a 147 in my qualifying session. Like I said, my best time in practice has been a 147.38 or 147.4 if we want to round that up. I think I'll fare well in the lobby that I'll be in. If I can do a 147, I should be in mid-pack or higher. I'd really like to start here at least P7 or further ahead, so I'm not fighting a lot of people through the race. So we shall see. So yeah, it does look like they're pairing me up against a lot of B drivers. I do see an AA. I can't tell what Emilio is, or Alex. Kind of scared to see a couple BA and BS drivers in here. That's their sportsmanship rating. There's a couple of them down below as well. We got a C driver in here even. Holy cow! I don't remember last time I was racing against a C driver. CB, BC, a BC, and a BA. That's got me a little nervous. Basically, the second letter there is their sportsmanship rating, so that is how well they do against hitting other cars. If I get near them in after qualifying, that will be a little concerning. At least in the points that I can't see the top 2 people there, though. It looks like I'm in the lead of the points of from 3rd to 14th, anyways. I'm just barely eking out Millie X2. Oh shit! I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right tires here. Yeah, I want to qualify on softs. All right, so qualifying about to start. Wish me luck. I really didn't pay much attention to what all cars are out there, but I do see some Supras. I do see a Porsche behind me. Get it. Carson dude's got me a little on edge here. Maybe set some space between this guy and me. Oh my god, you gotta be shitting me. I haven't had a penalty in all the practice that I've done here. What the flying fuck? Well, that's unfortunate. That's fine. That'll put me in some. Jesus Christ. It's not a good start already. I got a pit penalty. You can't cross that line right there until you're out of the pits. Wait, did I get it again? Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Wow. Here I was just saying it's not that easy to get penalties, and then I get 2 of them in a matter of 30 seconds. I'm only going to have time for 1 lap here, it looks like. I'm going to have to make it count. Holy, what the? The car handles so much differently than it does in practice. They really have played around with the tire settings in the game. I need to warm these up. Alright, I'm going to focus here and try to really set a decent lap here. I feel like I'm being too conservative, but I just need to get a decent lap in. Should be at least a 148. Crossing my fingers that it is anyways. .148.0. Temporarily on pole, but people are still running, like everybody's still running, so I don't expect that to hold. It was almost a 147. It was very close. Alright, bump down to second. A lot of people crossing the line here. Still potential for me to get pushed down further. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 people still running. 3 people still running. 1 person still running. So maybe that will hold up for P2 here. which I would be quite happy with. All right, so we're starting this race in position number 2. I'm okay with that. Let me see what the points were. Well, I can look at that in a second. I'll probably stay on the softs. Start the race, which is also really good learning curve in case this race doesn't go well and I go to the next race. I'll know how long I can make these tires last. So I can get about 130 points if I finish in the top 3, if I get a podium, which isn't bad. I think I got 136 points for finishing in 6th in my last race, Saturday. That's a bummer for Ramirez. Good luck. Alright, we are on soft tires. I'm hoping to make these last, how many laps is this? Yeah, it's 17 laps. I'm hoping to make these last about 10 or 11 laps. I gotta be, if I try to play smart here and not abuse my tires, I might even be able to make them stretch to 12 laps. This song is such a banger. Alright, wish me luck. Freaking Ferrari in P1. Emilio! Here comes a cough, I'm sorry. Okay, 17 laps. This will be about maybe just shy of 20 minutes. It's about a minute. Maybe about a minute 45 a lap, plus the pit stop. That'll be how I'll have to make. Probably looking at a. No, wait, I'm doing my math way wrong. It's like going to be about a 30-minute race. Alright, I'm going to try to focus here on these first few laps, especially get my head down and put in some times. Put some space down, settle into the race. Really wish I would have outdrove this guy for qualifying. I'm going to get a penalty already because I can't figure out where he's going. Come on, dude. Jesus. mess. He kind of turned into me there. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. And the Supra is just so fast in the straight. Taking this section way faster. Way too early. Real hot there. I am very glad I turned my air conditioner on. I'm still very hot. It's going to take a while to cool down though. P1 has a penalty. Or P2, sorry. I'm in P5. Oh, I was in 4th. Off the gas there, sadly. Go to run the super into the wall. Right here, buddy. Lost the tail end there. See if the super catches up. Just coming in like a fucking rocket. A wider line there than I wanted to because it felt like he was going to come in and ram my rear end there. Front left tire is getting murdered. purple. Yeah, I keep fishtailing coming out of that corner. I'm losing speed on this back straight. It's compromising my exit. It sucks. Gotta be a little more gentle on the throttle coming out of that corner. Fighting this guy. We need to break away from the Supra. He's making mistakes though. Come on, man. Bump me, there you go. Smart. Let's get the fuck away from the Supra. Real wide. Like the tires are giving out. It's sweating my ass off. Ugh. Peeling off into the pits. That leaves me with the Supra in my slipstream, catching up quick. working that better. Pit here or go one more lap? I think I'm gonna risk it. Go one more lap. I got some distance on the Super at the moment, so they're not my slipstream through the straight. I might as well capitalize on this. They go into the pits, actually, which was smart of them. Get a really good end lap here. Give myself dirty tires there. Felt pretty good. Pretty happy with that lap. Just coming to the pits. Those mediums on. It's a quick pit stop. Drive out. About fourth. The Super got 9 seconds. What happened to them? Tires warmed up. I'm still driving like I got warm softs on. Spun out there. Hit the wall. Lost about 2 seconds there, unfortunately. person in front of me had a penalty, looks like. Kiss of the wall there. I think it hurt me too much. Bit it. Four laps to go. Front of me's got a penalty. I don't think I'm close enough for me to capitalize on that though. It's going to catch me up a little bit, but I'm still going to be a couple seconds ahead of me. Pulling away from the Super pretty significantly. So, no worries of what's behind me. Brakes there. I got another penalty. 2 laps. I think it's going to be a P4 here if I don't make any mistakes. Kind of a bummer considering I started in P2. I'm in the trend lately though. On the first lap things got aggressive, which is really kind of a bummer considering how long the race is. People try to win the race on first lap. Will's here. Everything's okay. Thanks for popping in, man. That car in front of me had another penalty. If I would have done better, I would have been able to capitalize on that. I really had a crap lap there. I think they had three penalties out of the last 4 laps. Alright, home stretch. P4 it is. I'm okay with that. Now the question is, do I do the 9 o'clock race or do I let my P4 ride? Yeah, so wherever I place now and what points I have in the bank, the next race I do completely overrides and negates this race. So I'd have to do better or get more points for it to be worth my while. So that's the big question. I mean, I'm not going to just stop streaming. I've only just been streaming for an hour, but I could go do some like daily C races or daily B races, the Laguna Seca races. I think I'm getting like 120 some odd points here. I think I noticed the top 3 were 130 something. See, by doing well enough in this race, it might push me into a higher tiered lobby where the points might be a little step up. I mean, I did that week 1 though, where I I fared well in the first race, and then I did the next two races and then botched them, and I really wish I would have just let my first race ride. So that's kind of where I'm sitting now, to just be like, learn from my mistakes. So I'll probably just let it ride. So that got me 120 points. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know that I'll do the 9 o'clock race. I really doubt it. I'm sure whatever just happened there, I didn't move up in rank at all. Maybe. Right. I mean, even if I did make an improvement, it would probably only be like 10 to 20 points, which in this point isn't worth the risk, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm still a B rank driver, so I wouldn't get pushed into a different tiered lobby, which means I'd probably get very similar, if not exact same points. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay with that P4. I'm all right with that. That's a top 5 finish. That moves me up slightly in my ranking, but not enough to get me into the next tier. So I'll probably just go do some daily races. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for car racing games, um, what is it? ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizone, I hear is really good on the computer. Very customizable, very sim, even more sim than Gran Turismo. Another one I really like, and that would be good for online racing. I really don't know if there is even offline racing. So yeah, ACC would be a good recommendation. A lot of people love that. There's a shit ton of like leagues and ranking systems and different categories. So that's something I've wanted to dabble into. I just don't know that I want to do it on console. I mean, I've got the PC to do it. I just need to get cables long enough to go from my PC to my racing simulator, because I don't want to lug my PC back and forth. I mean, it's only 6 feet away from me. But another one I would recommend is I'm a big fan of the F1 23. It's the first F1 game I've ever played. I do play it on PS5 though, but it's also on PC. Um, that's really fun, especially against the AI system. That has an incredible AI versus something like Gran Turismo does. The online aspect of F1 though is not great, from what I hear. Um, so the online is very toxic. People do not like being overtaken. Will forcefully ram you off the track with little consequences to them. That's one thing about the F1 developer codemasters needs to learn from Polyphony Digital, the developers of Gran Turismo, for when it comes to penalizing people for online shenanigans, because you will get into some decent races, no doubt, but the bulk of them, especially if it's just random lobbies, is going to be toxic and people aggressive, ramming you, pushing you off track, and there really isn't a whole lot of consequence for them to do that. So the people just do that. Now, again, if you get into the community and you can find yourself a good league, um, and that would be something outside of the game. They don't have I don't think they do very well with leagues in the game. Or let me rephrase the in-game system doesn't have very good leagues for just jump into that. Like, you have to look offline, off of the game. You have to look off of the game to find a good league. But that makes it worthwhile, though, from what I hear. So yeah, if you're looking for my recommendations, ACC for online racing, and then do F123 if you're looking for something that you would want to do against just an AI system. Yes, exactly. It's like non-existent, really. Well, let's see. When is the next? Laguna Seca race. Can't even queue up for that for another 4 minutes. I haven't even done the spa race this week. I'm sure not. I've wanted to give this race a go this week, but I haven't. So this is the Group 4 Daily C race, 16 laps. It's very random weather, which I think the game needs to do more of, so that's kind of fun. You can have a race where there's no rain at all. You can have a race where the rain's the whole race. It can just come in the middle of the race, and you got to deal with that and go pit and get the right tires on, and that changes things. So I'm really interested in this, but having zero experience, I don't know that I'll do this on stream. I'll probably just wait for the next B race, which is the Laguna Seca GR3, Group 3 race. That'll probably be 8:15, it looks like. No, 8:10. Yeah, this will be 8:10, so that's... I can queue up in 3 minutes, but then it's just 15 minutes of practice. Maybe I'll do, I'll go set a qualifying time for the spa race. I'll do a few laps of that just to get a feel for it. And then I'll come back and do the 8:10 race at Laguna Seca. I think I'll do this in the McLaren. Yeah, this will probably be a pretty crappy example of my skills here. I love this track. It's probably one of my favorite tracks. And it is raining, so I mean, I guess I'm on hard tires, though. I'm not on any type of a rain tire. Get the weather radar brought up here. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's an expensive habit, I'll tell you that. I mean, if you want to go ahead and get something to start with, just to think if you're gonna, just to know whether or not you're gonna like it. The Logitech wheel is a very good starter wheel pedal set. I mean, you can get it. When I can't change my tires in qualifying. The Logitech like G920 or God, it's called something else too. You can get one if you find a good deal on it for like 250 bucks. I mean, maybe even cheaper if you can catch them on sale. That's what I started with. Yeah, I'll definitely stand behind the Logitech G9 series. They have a real high-end wheel they just came out with this year that's like a little over $1,000. But when you start spending that kind of money, I would recommend going to the Fanatec brand. Just their what's the terminology I need to use here? The family of products that they have that are compatible to each other is enormous. I could pull this rim off and put 30 different wheels on this base station and it would work. I can get several different pedal configurations that'll work with this system, so it's all very compatible, especially if you're going to do this on a computer. It makes it very universal. So I've heard good things about the high-end Logitech system, but it's still in its infancy, so there isn't a whole lot of variation to it. Right, cross-functionality, important. So yeah, Fanatec's their customer support is fantastic. It's a good, solid product. I've been using this for probably about 8 months now. I love it. I'm very happy with the purchase. It's expensive, man. It's a very expensive habit, though, to get into. I mean, just this steering wheel, this base station, and my pedals were about 1,200 bucks altogether. But it's going to last me years. So, but yeah, just to know that you're going to adapt to it, and before you take that plunge, if you're looking for something entry level, I'd go with the Logitech G9 series. Yeah, it actually is. I mean, I still have something that's considered entry level to some people. You can have simulators that are tens of thousands of dollars. I've seen $100,000 racing simulators. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the Logitech system and family is very extensive, and there's a lot of compatibility in different rims and wheels. I mean, if I wanted to get into drifting, not drifting, if I wanted to get into like rally racing, it wouldn't be that hard. I would just need to buy a different wheel. This pulls right off like a real, I have it, there's a set bolt right here that just gives me extra security, but if I didn't have this bolt in here, I can pull this locking mechanism back and just rip this off like a real racing rim and just stick a new one on in a matter of seconds. So it's very easy, very user friendly. Yeah. There's a really good YouTube channel, Boosted Media, I think is what it's called. They have a lot of really good tips on what to use and modifications, and they do a lot of unbiased reviews. Yeah, so Boosted Media, if you're looking into getting into this, I'd recommend looking into their webs or their YouTube channel. And they have a pretty ridiculous setup. It's like 3 monitors. I think they even have something above them. Probably one of those $100,000 setups. Just ridiculous. Let me try this again. Yeah. GT7. GTA. I really don't know. Oh, yes, GT7. Okay. Yeah, GT7 does have rally racing. It's very rare that it comes up as one of the online races of the week. But I've done it, and I've even done it with this steering wheel. This steering wheel is not very fit for rally, but I've done it. That sucks. I get it. Very easy mistake to make, GTA, GT7. But yeah, I mean, they have a rally system, but I mostly play Gran Turismo for online races. It's very rare that the rally races come up. And usually when it does, it's like the niche race, that's the Group A, or the Daily A race. Which is really the oddball race. So if I go back real quick, which is okay because I want to queue up for the Laguna Seca race anyways. The Daily A race is always some sort of goofy one. So this far left one is the Daily A, this is the Daily B, this is the Daily C. I was just on the Daily C trying to practice a lap there, but this is probably what I will do, which is the Group 3 Laguna Seca, this is Group 4 Spa. This is a Group A short version of the Autodrome Lago Maggiore race in a specific car, which looks like it's to beat a Ferrari. But this has been things like go-karts. There's a go-kart race I've done and participated in. It can be rally races. It can be 4x4 races. You know, it's a very niche thing in the game, but they do have, you know, pickup trucks. The go-kart one was really fun. Yeah, I think, was it last week or the week before? It was the Samba bus, which is the V-dub hippie bus race. That was one of the races. Slow as all get out. This thing has 33 horsepower. Yeah, that'd be awesome. They've done the F1 version in Group A before. When this was like a 1965 Honda F1 car, when this was first released to the game about a month ago, they did a Daily A race with this at Monza. which is, you can't see it, but I have the track. It's right above my finger here, Monza. I did that track. Really? I never knew that. They've done with the Pikes Peak car, which there's a lot of speculation right now that the Pikes Peak climb will be coming in one of the next updates. Yeah, send me a link. I didn't know that they showed the go-kart race on ESPN. That's crazy. Where is the go-kart, by the way? It's probably way down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, this was a hoot to race. There's some pickup trucks in here. They did one, there's like an old school Jeep, like a World War II Jeep in here that they did one of the races for those. Yeah, there's the Jeep. They did one of these as a daily A once. There's a F-150. They did it. This is basically a dirt track. They did this. They did this truck, and there's one other truck. And those are the only two trucks you could use. I don't have the other truck. But yeah, they always kind of have some weird. So, I mean, sometimes it seems like it's an average race, but sometimes it's like the oddball race. And the nice thing about the daily A's too, when they do those oddball things, there is no type of a penalty. Sometimes it actually is. The game is sponsored by Toyota pretty frequently, so a lot of times they'll throw in like special Toyota races or whatever. Let me actually. I've got 8 minutes before the next race starts. Let me actually do that. Let me get in a rally car and I'll show you. I'll show you real quick one of the rally tracks. Wow. Now I'm very terrible at the rally in this game, so don't judge me. I'm just showing you. Oh wait, that's not it. Let's just do time trial. What? That's not where I wanted to go. Gotta get those dirt tires. I hear this is a lot easier to do in this game with VR also, which is something I do want to get eventually, but oh god, that's a wall. Yeah, see, I'm really terrible at rally. So yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't mind seeing more of this in the game. I probably have like this is an incredibly powerful car too that I would have no idea what I'm doing with. Usually when I've done these races, it's just like a regular old Subaru WRX rally car or something. This is like the Audi that has like 1,000 horsepower. But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely a good change of pace when they do come around. I do try to participate in them a little bit. It is kind of hard to follow behind somebody too because of all the dust that kicks up. But it's fun. Next time that comes around on the dailies, I'll try to practice more and get better at it and do a stream. And the go-karts too, just to mix it up a little bit. Next time those come around, I'll do a go-kart stream. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do one of these Laguna Seca track or Laguna Seca races. Got 3 minutes. That's enough to do maybe 2 laps, 1 to 2 laps. Might stream some Call of Duty tonight. I'm playing a lot of that lately. Thanks, man. Thanks for popping in and hanging out and chatting. 3 a.m. sucks. Get some rest. You only got, you're gonna get 8 hours at this point. I'll see you next time, though. Yeah, that's rough. Good luck. Alright, let's get one decent lap in here before the stream starts. Or before the race starts. The stream started a couple hours ago. Second time my sound is goofed up tonight. The headset just went completely dead for like 2 seconds. Yeah, it's a high 123, which isn't great, but it's alright. Just getting warmed up. These races have not been going well for me. This is really what's driven my rank down from a B, or from an A down to a B. So, and they keep, I mean, they're throwing me in decent lobbies. I'm really teetering on the edge of an A rank. see where I was starting. 5th? Okay. Yeah, depending on how this goes, this might be my last race for the stream. I might do another one after this. We'll see how I feel, but the way these races have been going, I don't want to drive my DR rating down any further. It's been kind of rough. If this goes kind of badly, I might familiarize myself better with the Daily C Spa Group 4 race and do some more of that to get my rank back up. About ran me off the track. And I lose 3 positions because of it. Yeah, and this is how this race has been going all week. Fucking terrible. And that's why I went from an A to a B. Because I can't survive lap 1. And it's sad because I love this track. This track is fun. It just is freaking pandemonium. These people can't control themselves. Best I can hope for here is probably a top 10. I've had some really good races on this track in the past, but I don't know what it's been about this week. Just chaos. God. I didn't know where to go. It's my own dumb mistake there. Tires are dirty. Shit. Yeah, this is definitely going to be another dip in my rank. Could have capitalized a lot there on that lap. I just jacked it up. That was absolutely my fault. No one to blame there but myself for that lap. This should be the sign that I'm not going to do this track anymore this week, which is really sad because again I like this track a lot, but it's just I don't get what's up everyone's ass this week with this track. So much bumping on the first lap. I mean, I know yes it's only 5-lap race, but why ruin yours and or someone else's race for the slim chance you're going to move up what, a couple positions? Settle in the race, let people make mistakes. As you can clearly see, there's going to be a lot, and then capitalize on those. I just don't understand why people can't get that mentality of settle into the race. You cannot win a race on lap 1. It's a pretty common rule in racing. So yeah, we may just end it here tonight. This is a little shy of the 2-hour mark that I typically race, but I'm not familiar enough with the Spa race to where I want to stream that. And I feel like if I just keep doing more of these races, I'm just going to keep going down and down and down further in my rank, which is not what I need to do right now. I need to kind of grind back up. Saturday we have the beginning of the Manufacturers Cup, which I signed on for Porsche. It's 3 Group 3 races. Let's go double check and see what those are actually. Yeah, I'm not going to wait around and see if anybody apologized, but I think people got a little too aggressive there. So yeah, the Manufacturers Cup, we got the first race is Saturday. I am in GT1 League, which I really need to get my rank back to A. I don't know how I'm going to do that by Saturday unless I do the Spa race. But the schedule would be, we got Autodrome Interlagos, which is in Brazil. It's a real world track. I'm going to fare really well there, I think, with the Porsche. It's a very windy circuit. And then Wednesday, we've got the Daytona race course. I can't talk anymore. The Daytona road course. Holy crap. I'll do okay there, I think, with the Porsche. But that is a lot of flat out racing. I mean, it's kind of the Daytona circuit, but it has an infield, which is where I'll have to make up some time in the Porsche. But anybody driving like Supras, those are probably going to dominate that race. And then the 22nd, that following Saturday, is the Nürburgring endurance race. I'm actually super excited for that. So that's part of the GP circuit and the Nordschleife, which is like a 12-mile track. It's huge. Anybody that follows racing in any way, shape, or form probably knows what I'm talking about. I really have no idea how many laps that's going to be, though. You're looking at like in a Group 3 car, you're probably looking at like a 7-minute lap. I'm just ballparking that, but one lap will probably take 7 minutes, so I can't imagine this is going to be more than 2 or 3 laps. But that'll be really fun regardless. I would really like to see that be like 3 to 4 laps. That would be cool. Turn that into almost an hour-long race. That'd be neat. But that's going to be very challenging, but also very exciting. I don't know if there's going to be weather involved. If it's going to be, I'm going to guess here that they're going to do like a day-night cycle with it to try to replicate the 24-hour Nordschleife race, Nürburgring endurance race. I wouldn't be surprised to see some day-night transition also with the Daytona race. That's happened before, and that always is pretty neat. So yeah, I'm excited to get into the Manufacturers Cup as well. That's only going to be the span of a week, really. Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. But yeah, I'm signed up for this in the Porsche. I'll do really well in the first and last race. I might struggle in the second race as far as what my car choice is. But I think the Porsche should do okay in the Daytona road course as well. I don't know why I'm having a speech impediment all of a sudden. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We're about 20 minutes shy of the 2-hour mark. But I'm happy with my results in the Nations Cup. I finished 4th. So I've got 120 some odd points there. I won't know what my ranking is until the other 2 races finish up. But for continuity's sake, here is my current positioning. I'm in 1st in Indiana, 88th overall throughout the United States, and 106th overall through the Americas, North, Central, and South. I'm really happy with that, considering that I'm in the GT1 League, which would be the top drivers in the United States and the Americas. I'm not mad about that at all. You're talking some real high class drivers there that I'm top 100 in the United States and nearly top 100 in the Americas. Not complaining at all. But I've only got like 120 some odd points on the last race. I might drop a little bit here on the overall rankings, but that's okay. I had fun. I think I did well. Would have liked to finish in the position I started in, P2 or higher, but I'll accept the P4 that I had, and yeah, not do any more of those races tonight. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. I will stream again Saturday for the manufacturer's first race at Interlagos, Brazil. I'll definitely get some practice in with that lap. So there's the track itself. This is on the F1 circuit and has been for several years, so anybody that's an F1 fan will know what this track is. But yeah, definitely going to get some practice in and jump in on the stream, jump in and do the stream on this on Saturday. So yeah, look forward to that. So yeah, thanks again to anybody that tuned in and watched or is watching now or watches later. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And I'll see you all again on Saturday. Take care.